This is day 53 on my journey to breaking the 400-meter school record. So today we had another meet, and we went to Nixa. And this is my second year going to Nixa because you remember my sophomore year I didn't go nowhere. I was rolled. And then last year was my real year going to real meets. So we went to Nixa, and Nixa is a big-ass school. It looks nice. It looks like college. But I was actually on a relay, so I was on the 4x2 since Brandon was hurt. So I ran the 4x2 and the 400. And it was me, Rashad, Michael, and Averill. And we thought Tao was going to be on it, but they took Tao out. So we're like, whatever. We're not really expecting to do decent. But I came out blocks because it was either me or Rashad anchoring, because we're the only two who know how to come out of blocks for real and get a decent start. So I came out of blocks, and I got out good. But when I came out of the blocks, I was trying to imagine how I run it in the 400, because my 400 split is always way fast. It's always like a decent time compared to my actual 200. So I was trying to focus on staying relaxed. So I was chopping, but I could have gone a little faster. And then we messed our handoff up. Like, I messed it up. Like, we practiced it a few times, and we were doing it. Like, we practiced, and we were fine. But I don't know what happened. But we just messed it up. I guess I got a little tired or something. Yeah, I don't know. But Averill got it off, and then he took off. Now, the dude, I think Kickapoo, second leg for Kickapoo, he took off. But even though he caught Averill immediately, we were still in second place. Now, when we got to Michael, look, Michael's my dog and everything, but he no 200 runner. And we knew this. He knew this too. He didn't even want to run the 4x2, but they put him on it. We had a bunch of other people who could have ran it, but, we're not coaches, so the coaches are going to make the decision that they want. And he had just got done running the 100 too, so we already knew he was going to be gassed. But he took off, and he had us in fourth place, I think. And then he got us, we were all the way down, and then he got it to Rashad, and then Rashad took off. And I don't know what was going on with Rashad, because he wasn't really chopping like he usually do either. So I feel like Rashad should have been first leg, because he ended up getting caught by a couple dudes at the end. So we ended up getting fourth, and we ran like a 134, and we really should have ran a 132. But it's whatever. No point in bitching about it now. But it's whatever. My legs were kind of sore. My legs were like that. My legs were worse after that than after I ran the 400 that day. The lactic acid was like, I could feel it more after the 4x2. But after a while, I was chilling, popped ibuprofen, drank some Gatorade, and I was ready for the 400. Now, for the 400, they hold me. Because the night before I checked the heat sheet, it said I was lane 7. Get here, I get my sticker and everything talking about I'm lane 1. So I'm running against Tyrell, Steven. Yeah, I'm running against Tyrell and Steven, two niggas who are on the 4x4. And Steven technically is quote unquote in my spot, because before I got hurt, I was supposed to be the first leg, but I got hurt, so he's been doing it. And I'm not knocking on Steven or nothing, but I wasn't trying to let that nigga beat me today. So I got in the blocks. I couldn't even use our blocks because Tyrell was using them. So I had to use the shitty-ass blocks that were given at the meet out of lane 1. So I got out, and this time I did not get out like I usually get out. I was really scared about crashing out. But one thing y'all got to realize is when you run the 400, your body is going to adapt to it every time you run it. So even if you crash out and burn like I did that the first time I ran it this season, your body's going to get better at holding it the next time you run it. But I wasn't thinking about that. So I got out, and I was just cruising. And then even when I was coming down the backstretch, I was just cruising. And I caught him on pretty quick. And when we were coming down the backstretch, it just literally just started pouring for no reason. That shit came out of nowhere. So that really fucked me up. But I'm coming down this backstretch, and I'm just chilling. And when I start getting to the curve, I start trying to pick it up a little bit. So, once I hit, the goalpost, I really start picking it up. And then I'm coming off the curve, and then I just try to go all out. So at this point, I can see out the corner of my eye, me and Steven are like neck and neck. And I don't know who is in front, but I'm just like, come on, just try to beat him. Just try to beat him. So I get like 10 meters away, and I see 50, 51, 52. And I cross the line, and I'm waiting. I look at the Jumbotron, and it says 4th place, 53.88. And then Steven got 5th place, 53.95. Now, I'm happy I beat him, but I'm not going to hold you. That's too close for comfort for me. I'm not happy with that. So tomorrow at West Plains, I'm going to try to run a sub 53. Like a 52.8, 52.9, something like that. But yeah, because honestly, that's not a big enough gap for the coaches to be like, yeah, this I should replace him. You know, like I got to make a larger gap between us so that they will know it's a mistake not to put me on the 4x4. But we'll see tomorrow. I know I'm going to do better. I'm going to get another season best. But my goal is 52.8. I don't think I'm going to reach my PR, but I'm going to try to run at least at 52.